Backup and disaster recovery is the most important thing that I take care of for my clients. It doesn't do us any good if your network is running perfect every day, but then when something goes terribly wrong, we have no way of getting you back to where you were. This is not a little thing. This is something that puts people out of business. I think that's the thing people really need to realize. I'll go back to Malden Mills. This was a big fire at a mill here in the Boston area about 5 years ago now. And it made the national news because the owner kept paying his employees while he was trying to rebuild the mill. Well, the bottom line is they still went out of business. It's very common when you suffer that kind of disaster that you just can't recover from it. And obviously part of that is just the loss of physical property and the momentum lost in building your business. But a big part of that is if you don't have your data, if you don't have your intellectual property that you've spent all this time accumulating, if you're starting over, it's impossible to recover from that. The statistics are staggering. So the most important thing we do is use our professional expertise to design a backup and disaster recovery system for our clients. And a lot of people will try to nickel and dime themselves out of this. They'll try to go on the cheap, and it just makes them feel good. But I can tell you right now, if you have one of these low-end systems, if you're putting together your own backup solution, you are risking everything. And that's the important message to get across. It's not the place to skimp. I was brought in by an accounting software company to go visit one of their clients because they had had a server crash and their database got corrupt. So I was brought in as the local guy to come in and take a look. So this wasn't one of my clients yet. So I went in and inspected their situation, and the file was destroyed. I mean, there was just no recovery of that file where it was sitting, so we had to go to tape. And the woman turned to me and said, "Oh, don't worry, we have a really fast tape drive." Now, this was 15 years ago. There was no such thing as a fast tape drive. So I got that feeling in my stomach like this was not going to go well. And I got their tape and I put it in the tape drive, and I went to look at what was on the tape. And they were backing up the name of their file folders, but no files.
Oh, ouch.
Nothing. And they had never, I went through every tape they had never backed up a file in the tapes that they had available to them.
Well, what happened?
Well, they sent the data file off to the accounting company, the software vendor, and they were able to recover some of that data. It took close to 6 weeks, and they never got all their data back. And the woman who had said, "Don't worry, our tape is fast," had lost her job by then.